We are in need of a helicopter. This helicopter is going to be relatively large and going to be powerful enough to lift up a container. At least I hope so, anyway. So, let's go ahead and get straight into building it, and then maybe we can actually arm it, fly it out to the enemy base, and maybe try and take one of them. I think that would actually be kind of cool. Anyway, let's go ahead and get straight to it, shall we? There are lots of enemies in Stormworks, from Navy ships to helicopters armed with rockets, and even some tanks. It is our goal to eradicate those enemies from the world. Welcome to Stormworks Search and Destroy. Alright, so in the previous video, I asked you guys what you wanted to see, and a lot of you guys said Chinook, and a few of you guys said a VTOL of some sort. Honestly, I want a helicopter over a VTOL right now, but in the future, maybe we'll start building a VTOL too. Who knows? But first, we need to start building something that resembles a helicopter. Alright, so first things first, I actually want to go ahead and add some windows into this thing. It's going to be kind of weird, what I'm about to do, but let's just go ahead and do it anyway. So, first window is going to be one of those. We're then going to go in and we're going to add... Where is it? Where is it? Is it this guy? Maybe it's this guy. There we go, something like that. That looks awesome. And then we need to build the windows in around the sides as well. Although, actually, I could change that one, which is a 2x3x3 into a 2x2x3? No, I want, like, essentially it to be the same here as well. That would be great, actually. Maybe one of these? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's one of these. Bosh that onto there. That looks awesome so far. And then we're going to go ahead and add maybe one of these guys to the sides. And that is going to be our cockpit. I think that looks okay. Alright, so down here, we're actually going to go ahead and get one of, I believe, these guys, if I can. Oh, I don't know how I'm supposed to fit that on there. I want it to be, like, pointing outwards, if that makes sense. Like this. Hey, there we go. But maybe we should try and do the whole thing. Or maybe not. Who knows? So I think if I shove one of these guys into there like this. There we go. I shove one of those guys onto there like this. We can actually just build that in. Yeah, we don't need the front piece to be like that at all anyway. So that works. Yeah. Alright, delete all of these guys. Delete all of this going backwards as well. That looks sick so far. Alright, I don't know what this is going to look like if I do it this way, but essentially I want to add this, which is what we've got right here, in. I want it to be like more angled forwards. The issue is, if I go backwards from there, we might actually struggle a little bit to make it look nice, but that so far actually looks okay. If I then go in with one of these guys on the edge, kind of like this, and I shove one of those guys onto there like that, that totally works. I think so anyway. Alright, so this is where I'm currently at. I've actually made it wide enough so we can fit some seats in here, and tall enough that we can actually fit quite a lot of stuff underneath, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So I'm going to try and shove those guys into there real quick. If we can actually fit seats on top of those, I think we'll actually have them be that tall. There's no real reason for them to be this low, so yeah, we'll actually go ahead and delete these guys right here. Fit all of this into there, at least for now. Get some seats and shove them into here. The issue is, I knew there'd be an issue. They actually have to go all the way back here in order to actually fit. But I think that's okay. Alright, I was then thinking maybe going back here would actually be a pretty good idea. Jump onto this and do that type of thing. And that honestly looks pretty good. We can then go ahead and shove one of these guys onto the top and send it backwards. Oh yeah. Okay, that totally works. I'd actually really like to add a different shape to the top as well. So maybe we could get away with this, if possible, but we might not be able to. So I'm thinking we shove one of these guys actually here. I need to put that there. There we go. So we grab one of these, we shove it under here like this, and we probably attach this together in the middle. Or, and this is a big or, we could maybe get away with this. Alright, that looks pretty weird, but I think it'll work. We're then going to go and shove that onto there and do it across the side, and we'll fill in this piece on this edge. Okay, that is actually a kind of weird but cool design. Alright, so the side is going to be extremely boxy, which is actually fine. We're going to go ahead and put a bunch of random details into this. We'll obviously have some big old doors on the sides as well, and obviously the bottom side is going to be extended backwards too, so Let's do that bit backwards to there, this piece backwards to here, and attach it all together. It might actually just be a little bit big, to be honest. That might actually be a little bit too big. It looks pretty weird. Okay, so we're actually going to go ahead and shove in a normal door on this side. So we're going to have it kind of like this. It's a bit weird. It is a bit of an odd thing to do, but it'll be fine. We're then going to go backwards to around here. We're going to add a porthole, and that's going to be our window type dealio. We're then going to shove another one right here and another one right here. There we go. Oh, is that crazy? That might be a little crazy. All right, you know what? I'm actually going to get rid of this door. We're not going to have that there. And what we're going to do instead is we're going to have this guy right here. I'm going to delete the sides really quickly. We're going to leave about a gap of 3, and then a gap of 3 again. We're going to shove that in there. And then we're going to box off this back end like this. Okay, that actually totally works. We're then going to build ourselves a door into here, and that should be great. Okay, so I think for this door, what we'll actually do is we will delete this guy right here and this guy right here. Get ourselves a pivot. We're going to shove one of these guys into there like this. There we go. We're going to design this to go outwards, I guess. I don't know. Is that crazy? I think the actual floor should be a little bit lower. So instead of it being here, it's actually going to be down here instead. Okay, that works. That totally works. Shove that guy under there. We're then going to build this guy into here like this. Okay. We're then going to build it outwards about 4. That's excellent. And we're going to do the same or similar thing up here. So shove that into there. If this is 4, there is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. So it's 4 and 4. If I shove this under here, like that. 1, 2, 3, and that's 4. Excellent. These naturally need to be shut, I think. I don't know. Is this crazy? All right, so let's get a switch box really quickly for each door. That can actually go down below, I think. We shove that onto there, this onto here. Then we'll go ahead and shove this guy onto there, this guy onto here. And we need these ones to be the same as well. Although, maybe they're opposite, actually. Oh, they might be opposite. I'm sure it's fine. Right, cool. So, on is gonna be open. My brain can't handle this. 0.5. Let's go with that for now. And off is -1. I don't know if that's even the right way around, but we'll go with it for now. 0.5 and -1. Go! It's not going to do anything because we don't have any battery power. Alright, let's go ahead and get a battery. I'm actually going to go ahead and shove that in the front, like this. We'll connect that, obviously, to everything. Bush, 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 dush, and bush. Very nice, and go. So, the one on the top is clearly correct. Sort of. So, the off value is fine for the top ones. The bottom ones, it is not fine for. So, in order to fix that, we're going to go ahead and shove this guy into here and do this. We'll merge this guy with this guy with this guy, connect the electricity yet again, bosh and bosh, and connect these guys again. There we go, and... oh no, not to there. That to there. Let's go again and see what this does. Okay, so they both close together, and they both open. Although that one opens too far. Oh, does it? I think that's probably fine. We can still get inside. We can get outside. That's great. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and put a floor into here. There's going to be a bit of a fake floor going on, and we can have fuel down here. That would actually be great. That'd be really good. We're then going to go ahead and fit the actual floor in behind these guys, and this can go in the center. Okay, that totally works. Okay, so I tried to paint it a little bit, but it didn't really look quite right. So we're going to go ahead and ignore the paint for now, and we're going to try and do the rear of the helicopter. Now, I don't know how this is going to go. I'm thinking of actually deleting this piece, and these pieces, and actually having this bit go inwards a little bit now. It might work, it might not work, I don't really know, but I think if I shove this guy into here, we shove this guy onto here like this. There we go. And we actually just have it go backwards, inwards like that. I think it'll be fine. Alright, so I think now that we've got it like this, we don't need like a side door or anything like that, but I think a big rear door would actually be really cool. So, I guess let's go ahead and sort out this bottom edge. We're going to go ahead and just send this backwards like that. There we go. And like that as well. Okay, awesome. And then we're going to need the fake floor putting in. So it's going to go around. I'll set that in there. Set this in here. That's pretty good. I'm actually just going to go ahead and fill in the roof right now as well. That's fine for now. And then we need to build in the back end. Now, it's going to have to go in a little bit to begin with anyway. But I don't know how I want it to look in the long run. So maybe we do like 2 of these. There we go. So I do this up the side like that. This up the side like this. And then the door can actually go on the back of here. Alright, so I ended up building the back end in like this. I did it off camera because obviously there was actually quite a lot to it. A lot of decisions to make. It wasn't necessarily hard. But anyway, what I feel like we're gonna do is we're gonna have it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks wide for a ramp anyway. It's only gonna be like skinny because there's not really very much room in here anyway. So let's go ahead and actually build a ramp out of this piece. And then, I don't know, we'll go from there. What if we had like the back bit at the top actually open? That would be weird, maybe. So let's go ahead and delete this guy and this. No, it has to be lined up with the floor. It has to be lined up with the floor. Unfortunately, we can't put it there. The ramp's gonna have to start back here. That's bizarre though. It can't be back here, surely. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe that's fine. Right, okay, so block that in there. There we go. Shove this guy onto here like this. Bosh, okay. And then we'll get ourselves a pivot. I think. We'll shove it into there like that. Okay. Fix all of this in. Oh, you know what? That's not going to work. What am I doing? Right, yeah, that wouldn't work, but for now, we're just going to ignore it, and we're going to start building where the engine is going to go. Obviously, we're going to need a engine on the top at the back, and we're going to have a, oh, actually, maybe we'll have the engine at the back. It'll power the propeller at the front and the back. Is that crazy? That sounds a little crazy. I'm going to delete out to here. I'm going to shove one of these guys on. Just like that. There we go. I'm going to send that backwards to there. That looks a bit insane, but sure. Delete this guy all the way along. Delete this guy. Okay, right. So far, so good. Well, I'm then going to go ahead and shove one of these guys onto there. Like that. I'm going to shove one of these guys into here, like this. And I think I can just send that backwards like that. Yeah. Alright, that works, kind of. It kind of works, sure. We're then going to go ahead and build this piece in. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and shove this in here for now. Okay, sure. Okay, we're also going to do something at the front. I don't want to leave it the way that it is, so let's delete these guys. Shove one of these into here like this. Build that backwards. Not very many, to be fair. I don't want this to be crazy at the front. We'll shove one of these guys onto there like that. Okay. And yeah, that's where our other engine's going to be. Yeah, we'll have 2 engines. Sure. Okay, so let's start out with these guys, and I'm going to go ahead and build these up. So we'll do this. On the rear, we're going to have to use these guys, because that's how that works. I'll shove these together using these pieces, and these pieces right here, as well as, I guess actually on the front, we're just going to do this. Okay, that looks crazy, but sure. I am going to delete this for now, but it will probably be back, to be fair. And then I'm going to go ahead and just box this top piece off. Okay, so front bit looks kind of cool. The rear bit, we're going to do a very similar way, but obviously it's going to have to be taller. So we're going to use 2x4s instead. Ooh, is this crazy? Maybe. Maybe a little bit crazy. All right, there we go. Shove that piece onto there. I don't like the idea of having a flat back end, but sure, we're going to go with it. And then we're going to do these pieces too. So 1, 2, fill this in right here. That looks pretty good, to be fair. As long as the propeller fits on that piece and that piece, I'm happy with this. And actually, I only have the small propeller anyway, which is kind of not great, but sure, we'll go ahead and shove that piece onto there, and we'll shove another piece onto here. Let's see what that looks like. I mean, those propellers don't look great. They don't look big enough, which is annoying. Can I make them bigger? Ooh. I can make them bigger, but then we run into interference. So if I shove that there instead, and then I make it bigger, does it hit still? A little bit. Oh, it's going to have to be like a tiny bit smaller, like 90%. Sure. This one's going to have to be like 90% as well. Okay. So Spawn that in. Let's see what that looks like. I feel like the propellers are just too small. Is that... Do you guys think the same or not? I'm not sure. Should we go with like 3 blades as well instead? Let's go with 3. I think 3 would look cool. There we go. And maybe that'll look a little bit more normal. The other thing I should do is actually totally research the bigger blades, because at the minute, I don't have them. Also, another thing that I don't have is jet engines. I don't have any of that. Yikes. Right, okay, let's have a little look through here then. So, where would it even be? Oh, are they in here? Yeah, rotor large. We need 30 research points for that, so we can't even have the large ones yet. This looks fine though, right? I'm going to add another window just because I can, so we're going to shove that into there. I think that makes it look actually quite a lot better, so I'm happy with that. Another thing that I wouldn't mind doing is obviously adding those sides pod thingamabobbies to it, so it looks a little bit nicer that way. So let's just go and shove one of these guys onto there like this. I don't know what this is going to look like if I do it. Oh, actually, no, you know what? Maybe one of these. Maybe we start with one of those. I shove one of these guys onto the edge of it like this. Ooh, this could look nice. We shove one of these guys under that, like so. And then we build it back across. Then it might even be able to float, is the thing. I don't know. If I can get this thing to float, that would be amazing. Alright, shove those guys onto there. I then need to somehow build it back in, so we'll do the same thing. Like this. There we go. I'll shove that piece onto there. Obviously, we're going to have to, like... There's going to be a bit of a hole in this, and that's not great. Ooh. Unless I did that, maybe? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm struggling here. Shove those guys together right there. This looks a little bit too small. It does. But it is what it is. Alright, cool. On the underside, I think I'm going to have to get rid of all of this, aren't I? And all of this. And then I'm going to have to build all that together somehow. Alright, I'll be back once this is attached. Alright, there we go. So it's all attached together, at least kind of, anyway. So we've got these big boxes on the sides. These could either hold fuel or... I don't know, maybe they could be for buoyancy, who knows. But that totally works. If I go here, we can push this button. We can now jump inside, sort of. It's a little bit small. And then we can get in the pilot seat and fly away. Alright, yeah, that works. We are going to need to design some sort of ramp for the back end, so we could do that. I would actually like to delete maybe these 2 windows right here. Put a hole in there instead. And maybe even build this into a platform for a gunner. That would be great. Can you imagine if, like, we deleted, let's say, all of this? I shoved maybe one of these, actually, to go outwards. So we do this. And the same thing right there. There we go. And we build an actual, like, I don't know, wall, I guess? There we go, kind of like this. And then we can have, like, a gunner be sat in here shooting out. That would be crazy, but I don't know how I feel about it. Alright, I'm going inside, and I'm gonna go to sleep, because I don't know how much of this you guys can even see, because I'm struggling to see the actual aircraft myself. So, let's go back outside, have a little look at it. I feel like that door up there is an issue. I want to change that piece, but I don't know what to change it to. What should it look like? I don't know. The rest of it, though, seems to be working. It's like a small Chinook. Obviously, we're using the small props. I think it works, though. I do think that works. I was thinking, though, I don't want those gunners right there. I might fit a gunner into the back at some point, but I'm not sure about that either. I might just use this for transport. We'll see. Okay, so I want to shove some wheels onto this, and I want them to be here on the front. So, I'm going to delete this guy and this guy. Gonna put one of these guys into there like that, deleting this one. Go to wheel, and we're actually just going to use wheel coasters. So, just like this. Oh, that looks bizarre. I don't know how I feel about that. That does not look right. It is what it is, though, but that does not look right. What about these ones? They don't look right either. Ooh. Oh, I don't like it. No, I can't have that. Surely I can't have that. Nah. No, I don't like it. Now that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Beautiful. I mean, to be honest, that actually doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. What if we did use these? Like, it has full-on suspension on my aircraft. It sounds crazy, but I love it. I actually really like the idea of this. Oh, that would be so cool, actually. There we go. Let's do that and that. What does that look like? Oh, yeah. It looked like a car. It actually looked like a proper car driving around the road. Okay, so if we do that, that would obviously go there. We'd make these guys bigger. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's ready. I'm ready to go to war in this thing. That looks bizarre. I don't know. Landing gear is definitely not something that I find to be my strong point. It is definitely a weakness. But, if it works, you know? Okay, I don't really know what to do in this situation now. What should we do? I'm gonna delete this guy and this guy. I'm gonna add a handle to each of those. I don't know, I just think it'd be kind of fun to do that. We're then gonna add some handles down here as well. Kind of like this, 1 and 2. If I could fit them in there, I would, but they don't really fit. So let's just do another 2 right here. Excellent. And then I might have a door handle. I don't know whether we'll actually add a door into this, but a door right there would be kind of cool. Yeah, that would work. Alright, another thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to delete this guy, and I'm going to add a window into there. It's going to be black. We're going to shove it in straight like this. Bosh. I'm going to go to the underside, and I'm going to paint around the edges using these. Whoa. Using these guys. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Bosh, bosh. And bosh. And spawn it in. Alright, what does that look like? The helicopter itself, I actually think looks pretty good, but the wheels, I'm not so sure about. Alright, so I think I'm actually going to end this video here for now. I want you guys to let me know in the comments down below what you think I should do. Do you like the helicopter? Do you think it should change? What about the landing gear? What kind of landing gear should we have? Maybe it could just be a sea helicopter. That would actually be fine, I suppose. Retracting landing gear, I guess we could do, but it would impact it quite a lot, actually, if we did that. But it is possible, I suppose. Yeah, let me know. Also, rear ramp, or should we actually just have the side of the aircraft open? That could be really cool. We could have, like, a door that opens on the side. Ooh, I don't know. But anyway, for now, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you guys very much for watching whatever the heck this was and is, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.